Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector here, and this week I have with me Transformers Classics Hotrod, or Rodimus Major, or whatever you call him. Currently I have him in vehicle mode. Duh. And he is supposed to be a heavily altered 1975 Dome Zero. It's a Japanese sports car. Look it up. Anyway, he's a very sleeker, streamlined version of the original G1 toy, and yes, he has a giant fireball coming out of the exhaust, which you can remove. And yes, it's a spring-loaded missile. And for the details, you can actually see inside of his, just inside of him, you get a little two seats and a steering wheel. I'm not sure if that's a gear shift or not. It looks like it might be, but it's not really very good. And like most Autobots with car modes, yes, he rolls. Also, there's the little rub sign. And does it work? Let's see. Getting the rub sign out of the way first. Come on. Well, it works, but it just takes a lot. There we go. There we go. And let's try that again now that the camera has been properly adjusted. Man, yeah, you get the idea. Okay, now with that out of the way, you get one extra mode, and I suppose this was more highlighted in the Japanese toy, but basically you can take that entire back end and make a giant hole there, and then load the missile. And I guess that's attack mode? Or you could, throw these back and make it look even weirder. Like some sort of bow? Maybe? I don't know. So, I just leave that there for now, because, we already have part of the transformation out of the way, conveniently enough. So, next up are his feet. And if I just leave him this way, or, try to pull his legs down, yeah, let's try to get the legs partially transformed, just so we can turn him into an ATST. Oh wait, I used a term that I didn't say that. There. And now he's a walking car tank thing. I don't know, somehow this just makes him look like he's from another really bad 80s franchise. Oh well, moving on. Pull these out, because you do have to pull the hips, or pelvis, forward. I've had to say some pretty uncomfortable things when reviewing stuff on this show, but this has probably been the most uncomfortable. So you have to, well, yeah, you kind of saw what you had to do. In vehicle mode, they're like this. And of course you saw I had to pull these flaps down and pull these wheels out. For some reason, this one doesn't like to be pulled out as much as this one does. So it's really weird. So once you slide it up to pull it down, but you also have to make sure that this little door flap is there so he actually has a knee. So that's out of the way. What's next? Well, you pull this about halfway and then roll these forward. We'll get to those. We'll just pull out one of the fists right now. And then pull out, I'll pull them down for now, and then rotate this entire section upward and put the little flame back in there so he has his jetpack. And there! It's Hotrod, kinda. And one of the cool little gimmick things he has in there is a comm unit. But, you know, it's that buzzsaw thing from the G1 movie that he used for all of, I think, 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 5 or 10. He just used it in that one scene underwater, but they included it in the toy anyway, and that's what makes it really cool. So just fold that away and pull out his fist. And his eyes are light piped, and look, I actually remembered to have this over on the table when I did the review. So let's see if I can get the light piping to work. Let's adjust the camera so I can bring him in closer. Yes, he's blurry now. That'll be better when he gets in closer. And there, his eyes are light piped a very dark shade of blue. Or about the same shade that Optimus's were for episode 50. So, yeah. Oh, set too far off to the side. And no, I do not have the third-party equipment for him either. As much as that would be pretty cool and boss, I don't have it. I don't have the Ultra Magnus gear, I don't have this gear, I don't have any of the adapter gears for Optimus either. I don't even have the trailers. Well, except the G2 one, but that doesn't really count, does it? Because it's not a third-party thing. Anyway, posability, he has a, well, because of how his arm is made, you can get a full rotation. Not that you'd really want to. He has a ball-jointed shoulder, a standard hinge elbow, and because of the ball joint in the shoulder, he can move it in and out, but he doesn't have any sort of rotation there. I think that's... I don't know what type of socket that is, but it's not a ball or a hinge. Might be a hinge. He can make his leg go all the way out. Real bitch to get back in, though. And he does have the standard hinged knee. And I suppose with transformation into consideration, you can make his feet go forwards and back. Well, standing and back. And in case you didn't see it, there's the shoulder again, and the hip. He has no waist joint. Well, unless you consider pushing his pelvis forward, a joint. And he has no, it's just a standard rotating head joint. He doesn't have anything particularly fancy on there. And of course the jetpack thing becomes a handgun. Come on. Come on. There! More a flamethrower. I mean, if he didn't have a mouth, he could be a certain character who likes to carry around burning objects and can't speak. Well, that actually went a lot lower and not nearly as far as I thought. And yeah, the little flame is cast in a transparent purplish blue plastic, the same color as his eyes and his vehicle insides or windows. And so, with that out of the way, I pull the camera back so I can display his bio. And just so you can pause when it's readable. Okay, moving on. Tailpipe becomes photon laser with firing projectile. Yeah, flip out datacom communicator. Right. And tech specs. Right up here. Strength 8, Intelligence 9, Speed 9, Endurance 6, Rank 5, Courage. It says 9, but it goes all the way up to 10. Wow. That's sad. TIOPS. Fire Blaster, Firepower 8, and Skill 7. So, what's his courage supposed to be? I mean, the bar goes all the way to 10, but the number only says 9. Uh-huh. I'll have to look that up and rectify that later. Also, I just noticed on the box, the yellow is on his chest and arms, or rather on his, yeah, on the chest and arms, or more of a yellow, and on mine it's more of a gold. Prototype coloring, whatever. So, I suppose that's been another week of classics, and you're getting another one next week too, so look forward to that. This has been Game Collector, and I will see you all later. Well, you know, when his head isn't out of shot or focus.